Hello, traders, and welcome back to the Market Crux. Often I get this question that what does it takes to be a consistently profitable trader? What kind of key characteristics a person should be having, and what actions we should be doing to become a consistently profitable trader? And I'm not talking about a trader who is actually profitable for a week or a month. A person who is profitable for a long period of time and can consider trading as it's like his or her career basically. So that's what we are going to address in today's video. I'll be talking about some of the key characteristics about what will make you a consistently profitable trader. So those we will be talking about in today's video, as well as there is a bit of surprise for people uh, who are really serious about making profitable trading career. So stay into the video till the last, and we will be covering all these aspects along with that surprise basically. So what it does takes basically I'm going to cover one by one. So first of all, the key characteristic should be your attitude. You need to be extremely positive about making right decisions, being optimistic about the stock markets, and also at the same time, you need to be very realistic basically. A lot of people will tell you that in the stock market 95% people doesn't really make money. A big chunk of retail traders is a loss making lot basically, so a lot of people makes losses, and it is like someone has a bad experience about the stock market, they would tell you that stock market is a area where people do gambling and you can't really make money from the stocks, and you especially in the trading you can't really make money basically. If someone has a bad experience about it, it doesn't means that nobody is making money into the stock market. There are a lot of people who makes money into the stock market. I know a lot of them personally as well, and they have very positive attitude about the overall stock market, trading as a career, and all these aspects basically. So first of all, you need to be very optimistic. You need to have attitude towards doing right things, and be very optimistic about the stock markets basically. At the very same time, you need to be really realistic as well, because being optimistic is one part, but then having unrealistic expectations from the stock trading is another big reason for a lot of people getting failed. What do I mean by these unrealistic expectations? So if you are investing say 1 lakh rupees into the stock market and you do some sort of trading, and your expectation is that I would be making about 50,000, 60,000, or even 1 lakh within a month's time frame with my trading, having the capital of 1 lakh rupees is not a right expectation basically. So treat the stock trading as any other business. So if you are going for any traditional business, you won't go in with that mindset that you will be making 1 lakh rupees profit with an investment of 1 lakh rupees. So you need to be really careful with this expectations from the stock market. Be really realistic basically. So what is an ideal profit target for a retail trader? That is another question, and it is very subjective for individual to individual. What kind of trading you are doing, what kind of instruments you are trading, that matters a lot basically. I would expect that if you are earning anywhere about 5 to 6% on monthly basis on your deployed capital, you are doing extremely good. You are doing better than rest 95% people out there, and you should be consistently keep on doing that. So on a capital of 1 lakh rupees, after deducting all your losses and your commission charges towards brokers, if you are making 5,000 rupees in a month, that's a good return basically. And I'm again being realistic over here. People can make even 20,000 rupees, and even some of them can make 1 lakh rupees out of investment of 1 lakh, but that is an exceptional scenario. they might be taking much bigger risk than what they should be taking. So we have to be very consistent, and the first question for which I am making this video is that you need to be a consistently long-term profit-making trader. So having that 100%, 50%, 70% return expectancy month on month on your deployed capital is not sustainable for a long period of time. Market can be generous. It can give you a lot of profits in within a short span of time, but then it can't really be repeated on a month basis. So you need to be really careful with this aspect. Then the second part, which is again lot of people I have seen that they miss on this part, is the persistency basically. Do you repeat your trade plan? Do you repeat it every single time? You need to be extremely careful with this thing because market is so much distractive. Each passing day you will be having lot of noise coming towards you. There will be some news, some good news, some bad news, some positives, some negatives, news coming from India, news coming internationally, what is happening with the world markets. Then there are like over 1700 plus stocks to trade. So it's big arena where you might get lost. You need to be very specific about what you want to trade, how you want to trade, what is your trade plan. And there are three things which I would definitely like to distinctively tell you. These three things are very, very important. Whatever kind of trading you are doing, you need to have answer of these three key questions basically. And if you are able to answer these key questions, probably you are having a good trade plan. So first question is, where should I enter in a trade? And this where is basically what is the price point and when I should be entering into the trade, for how long. So you cannot enter a intraday trade and keep it for 3 days. You cannot enter a swing trade and exit in 15 minutes. So you need to be very careful with your entry, location of your entry. I have seen a lot of people following some or the other market gurus when people are giving some sort of tips and all those things. If someone is saying that in next 6 to 8 months this stock might go up by 20% or 30%, people just blindly enter into that stock and expect that 20-30% reward in a short span of time. While the analyst can be a really good analyst and his predictions can be right, but your expectancy is not right, and that is why the problem it creates a problem basically. So you need to be very careful for how long you are going to be in a trade and where you will be entering. So this is the question number one. Second question for which you should be having answer is that, what if this trade works for me? What am I going to do? So what is the profit target? Do I have a confirmed target where I'll be booking my profits? If you don't have a target, then you will be lost. While reaching towards the target, what will be my plan to manage this trade basically? So can I trail my stop loss? Where can I book partial position and then make sure that this trade won't go into the loss once again? So your exit strategy when the trade is working in your favor. And the third very, very important question is that if the trade doesn't work in my favor, what am I supposed to do? So where is my stop loss? When I'll be calling it like, okay, this is quit. This is the trade where I'm going to be exiting, and no longer I'll be just chasing some sort of dream. So that is very, very important, and every single time, always you must follow this. Until and unless you become persistent, it will be very difficult for you to make it right into the stock market. So I don't care whether you are a scalper, scalping for a couple of minutes. I don't care if you are a intraday trader or a swing or positional trader basically. Follow the plan. That is a must. Then next key characteristic is risk management. So I have briefly touched upon this thing, but managing your risk every single minute is utmost important. And always have this thing in your mind that your capital is your only weapon over here. So you can be having a very good trading terminal. You can have access of lot of good analytics tools. You can have access of the information, data, news. I don't care. All those things are in their place, and those are kind of supportive things for your trading decisions. If you lose your capital, you're simply out of the game. And no matter how good analyst you are, no matter how good decisions you are making, if you don't have money to trade, you can be at the max just a spectator, or you can just give some sort of news, some sort of messages on the social media, but you can't be a trader. So capital protection is of utmost importance, and risk management comes into the picture. Whenever you are entering in a trade, a single trade should not impact your capital for more than 2%. So if you are having a capital of 1 lakh rupees, you cannot risk more than 2000 rupees in a single trade. If you want to survive for a long time, then this is the key. The more you put the money on the table, the market will snatch it from you. Your decision making will get impacted. You will be making wrong decisions. You will be making decisions which are impulse in nature, and that will impact your trading adversely. So that is very, very important that your risk management is in place. Then the next thing is cost skills. While you run any of the traditional businesses, you would look for the cost first of all, that what is the cost of my business. But many traders, when they start their trading, they don't really care about what are the costs. There are two key costs whether you are making money or not. One is the brokerage which you are paying towards your broker. So for each trade you will be paying some brokerage. And the second important thing is taxes, the government taxes. So no matter whether you are making money in your trade or you are making losses, every time this adds up a little bit of burden. More frequent you are a trader, higher will be your trading costs. And you need to be extremely careful for this. There are a lot of discount brokers nowadays and who are providing a lot of good services in terms of their trading tools, information, and all those things. Personally, I would recommend four stockbroking firms over here: Upstocks, Zerodha, Angel Broking, and StocksCard. All four of them have some fixed per order basis charges. Those are nominal. Even a retail trader can easily afford it. And also these trade brokers are providing good trading platform. So you can go for any one of them. There will be some links in the description where you can start your account opening applications. If you are not using a discount broker, I highly recommend that you should be going into discount brokers terminal and have an account with them, and then you should be trading, because that will save a lot of cost. And calculate what costs you are paying, not only for a single trade, but then you should be always looking your contract notes and what kind of charges your brokers are placing. And believe me, I have been victim of this thing in the beginning of my career, so I know that what kind of negative impact these costs can make on your trading. So more you go into the paying the charges to the brokers, there will be harder it will be for you to be a profit making trader basically. So always keep a tab on this thing. Then the trade execution is very, very important. So as I mentioned, that your entry, exit, profits, loss, everything needs to be within your control. So certain things you cannot control for sure, and certain things you can always control. What you cannot control, the first very important thing, and which doesn't like a lot of people doesn't understand, is that you cannot control markets move. You cannot control where the Nifty will go, or Bank Nifty will go, or certain stock will go. And it is always going to be a game of probabilities. You will find the confluence, you will do a lot of technical analysis. On basis of that, you will make your decisions that okay, in future a certain stock or a certain instrument is supposed to behave like this. Either it will be going up or it will be going down, and I'll make my trading decisions accordingly. So once you enter in a trade, you cannot actually control the move. But what you can control, it is always on your trading terminal. You can control your entry, timing of your entry, place of your entry, price of your entry. You can control your exits as well. So when you see that you have been proven wrong, you should be exiting the trades. Again, coming from my experience with more than 1,000 students, that the biggest reason of people making losses into the stock markets is that they keep on hanging with some loss making trades. I've seen a lot of good traders who would make money into, say, 10 different trades they have taken, and 9 out of them were profitable. They made some good money, but then that one which was wrong trade, they keep on hanging with that trade for such a long duration that the profit which they made from those 9 trades is completely wiped off. So you need to be extremely careful with your exits, whether it's in profit or in loss. As I mentioned, plan the trade, trade the plan. If you don't understand a trade, never take it. No matter how good a person is whom you are following, including me, no matter how good advice they are giving, but you need to have that understanding that why I should be entering in a trade. If someone is saying, then why that person is saying. So you need to find the answer of that why. If you know the answer, then you can take the trade. If you don't know, don't take the trade. Learning can be continued. You can do learning without punching the orders on your terminal. So don't burn your capital while learning. Now I'm coming on to the uh, last part of this video. You need to be student forever. Do you learn from the markets? Do you learn from your own mistakes? Do you learn from the things which you are doing good? Do you maintain a trading journal? So your trade log needs to be maintained. Every single trade which you are making, you must have some learning out of it. And someone wise person said once that you don't make a loss in the stock market. Either you make profit or you learn something. So if you are, especially when you are making loss, if you don't learn anything out of that loss, then you will go nowhere in your trading career. And a simple formula I can give you is that you enter, exit a trade, you keep a log of it, or even on a simple paper you can write it down. Okay, this was the entry, this was the exit, this was the outcome. And what did I learn out of it? Do it for 1 week. Just do it for 1 week and note down all the mistakes you have done. Note down all the good things you have done. Your top 3 mistakes, you need to correct them, and your top 3 good things which you have done, you just need to keep repeating that, and it will make a big positive difference in your trading. So you need to be careful with this thing, that you always learn something from the market, especially from your personal trades. No learning, no gains. I'm coming on to the surprise. This 26th and 27th of June, I'm going to conduct a Bank Nifty scalping boot camp. I will be trading Bank Nifty options, weekly options specifically, and specifically as an options buyer. We have a small group of about 400 plus guys whom I have trained so far, especially for Bank Nifty scalping. This is a very active group and we learn every single day. So 26th and 27th, I'll be having about 10 hours webinar sessions, and people who are interested into scalping, trading into the Bank Nifty options, doing intraday trades, and even some positional trades with some hedging and a low risk, good reward expectancy. If you are interested to learn, if you are interested to be getting mentored, be part of the group who is doing a lot of good learning together as well as a lot of good trades, then it is an opportunity for you. For more details, there is a contact given. I'll be providing this contact into the description as well, so you can ask for more details about this entire boot camp. And there will be 2 day session, but then the journey, uh, trading Bank Nifty together, will be a long-term journey. I'll be personally handholding people who enroll for this bootcamp for 4 months, and then beyond that, you will be part of the students group as well. So if anyone interested, you can get more details and can enroll for these 2 days bootcamp. That's it for this video. I hope that you might have liked it. Just keep sharing the content, and please subscribe the channel if you haven't done so far. Thank you, and see you in the next video once again.